Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today's topic is control statement. In the last video we have seen conditional statement. I hope you have understood and enjoyed it. Next is control statement, and again let me once again repeat that these two topics are the fundamental pillars of coding: control statement and conditional statement. So yesterday we have seen conditional statement, so today we will see control statement. What do you mean by control statement? By the term itself we can understand something it is controlling. Okay, so in day-to-day life also we repeat lot of things day-to-day life, right? For example, let's say we eat every day, we go to sleep every day, right? We go to sleep every day. So these are the few. There are a lot of other things also, but I'm just saying that the nature of this particular thing, that is repetition. We repeat lot of things again and again, right? Just like that, we have a particular concept in coding that is nothing but looping or loops. Okay, what do you mean by loops? Basically, when you need to do something in repeat, you don't need to write a code again and again. All right, that is a waste of time. What you need to do, you need to make it in a loop. So how many times you need to run it, you can run it by using it a loop. All right, so there are two types of loops in Python. One is for loop and one is while loop. Again, there's a small twist that not everyone understand, that is when to use for loop and when to use while loop. Lot of people are confused. They just use whichever they want. Again, there is a pattern that you need to understand. What pattern? When to use for loop and when to use while loop. So basically for loop, understand this. I'll give you an example. Whenever you know how many times to run anything, any repetition, let's say you are running a marathon and you know exactly how much kilometer you need to run. Let's say 10 kilometer. So basically you are understanding and you are prepared for how many times you need to run. At that time you can use for loop. Okay. Imagine another marathon you are running where you don't know how much kilometer it is. It is like a surprise marathon. It is just like whenever you see the finish line, at that time you have to stop. So basically what? It is dependent on a condition where to stop. And you don't know exactly in the beginning, you don't know how many times to run. So at that moment you can use while loop. Okay, simple. When you know how many times to run, you can use for loop. When you don't know how many times to run, you can use while loop. All right, as simple as that. Next is, there is something called break. Whenever you want to break the loop and get out of the loop. Okay, whenever you get that condition break, you have to stop the loop and you have to come out of the loop. Next, continue. Continue is kind of a skip. All right, whenever that particular condition is true, you can skip the below parts. If there are some codes below, then all those codes will be skipped. All right, as simple as that. Next, another term is there that is called pass. Pass, again I'll come back later on, but basically if I have to say, pass is nothing but when you write a function but you don't know exactly what to write at this moment, you know what to write in the future, but at this moment you don't know, so you can write simply pass. That means you pass this for now, later on we will check. So at that moment you can use pass. All right, so we will see one by one how to define it. For first of all, let's say for loop. All right, for loop, how do you define for loop? Let's say I need to, my n is 10, and basically here I'm taking static input. Okay, there are two types of input, static input and dynamic input. In the previous example we have taken dynamic input, basically taking input from the user. Now here it is a user input. Why? Because I'm taking directly, it cannot be changed throughout the program. So now what I'm using for loop for I in range from where to where? From I in range, from basically three things you can give in range for I in range. Let's say I'm giving n. What does it mean? It means that n is 10. So basically if I'm giving 10, only one number, by default it starts from 0. Okay, by default Python starts from 0 and it will end where? It will end till n minus 1. Always understand, it always ends at n minus 1. It does not ends at n. Okay, many people have this confusion. So basically I'll just print I, and you can see here it will print from 0 to 9. It will not include that 10. Okay, it will go till n minus 1 and it will start from 0. Okay, that is the nature of Python. Again, don't ask me why, it is just how it is built. Okay, next, if you are giving any two number, let's say 2 comma n. 2 comma n means it earlier it was starting from 0 by default, right? Here this time it will start from 2. Why? Because you are starting 2. Basically this is a start point and this is a stop point. Okay, starting point is 2, initialization, and ending point is n. Alright, so this is how it works. So if you run this time, it will go from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, next thing is we have defined this and we can add one more thing that is called step. Step means how much time to jump. It can jump either in positive side or it can jump it in negative side. So if I'm giving 2 here, it will jump positive side. By default, it jumps positive side. So it will print 2, 4, 6, 8. Why? Because it is jumping from 2 to 4, 4 to 6, 6 to 8. Okay. It will not include 10. Why? Because I told you it is not included any time. Alright. So as simple as that, whenever you want to repeat some things, you need to write for I in range 2 and 3 conditions you can give when you are sending one number. That means 0 to n minus 1. When you are sending two number, first is the initialization, second is stopping point. Third, 3 numbers, initialization, stopping point and step. Okay, step means how many times you want to jump. This is how for loop works. Next is while loop. How does while loop works? It just knows a condition. Okay, let's say I equal to 0. I'm starting from 0. Initialization is you need to initialize I less than 10. Let's say this is a condition. Again, I'm not sure here. I'm not sure how many times to run. I'm just let's say if I not equal to 10, then only run. If I is equal to 10, then stop. Basically it will be false. All right, so here in this I don't know. I just know if it is not 10, then only run. If it is 10, then stop. So what I can do, I can simply print I, and in the next step I can just do I plus 1. So basically in each and every step it will increment and it will check whether it is it 10. So first it is 0. Is it 10? Not 10. Print it. 2. Is it 10? No. Print it. Like that it will go till 9. So basically 0 to 9. Same thing. Okay, the only thing is here it does not know how many times to run. So this is a condition given by me. Okay, only one condition I know. I don't know how many times and how many times to run. That's the reason I am running while loop. Okay, next is let's say break. All right, when does break works? Let's say if I is equal to 5, I need to break. Break means over. All right, so basically it will run from 0 to 5, basically because we are printing 5 and then we are checking is it 5. So it will print till 5 and then it will check whether if it is 5, then break it. All right, I hope you have understood. Next, here let me print it down so that you can check, see the consequences. Let's say, okay, so basically, okay, here one error is there, that is indentation. This one you need to take care of. Indentation basically means it is inside all this block. Okay, it is inside this while loop. So you must be clear this till now, because all this is nothing but conditional. All right, so 0 to 4 it will print and then it will break. Okay, but then if I print continue, tell me what will be the output. Very simple. Again, it will print from 0 to 4. When 5 comes, it will skip, and then from 6 again it will continue. Right? No. Why is this answer till 4? Why is this answer till 4? Because observe here what is happening. If when it becomes 5, it is continuing, means it is not printing, that is fine, but it is not incrementing also. So what does it mean? It means that it is stuck there. It is stuck there and it is in loop. Okay, it is not ending. So if I keep this plus 1 here, then look at this time. This time what it will do, 1 to 4 and it will skip 5 and then 6 to 10. Okay, this is what it happens. All right, I told you whatever you write below the continue, it will get skipped. So basically, if I'm incrementing below the 5 below continue, that means it will never be 6. It will always be 5, and it will go in infinite. So observe here, let's say if I want infinite, what I should write. So basically I can just write 1, while 1 print I. Okay, I, it will print 0 and it will print infinite times. Okay, so this is how basically any number you can define here, any integer, non-zero integer, it will be running infinite times. Okay, that is a rule of Python again. If you give 0 means it is false, so it will not print any one time also. Okay, but if you give minus a big number also, then also it will give infinite times. All right, so I hope you are clear with that. Next is, when do you use pass? Pass is again, it is used, let's say if I equal to 0, then what you need to do, see, if I run this, what it will say, it will show me error because I have not written anything. But if I give here pass, then what it means? It means nothing, but it does not give any error. Okay, we always need to make sure that you cannot show the error. Error basically means the program will be hanged. Okay, you cannot afford that. You always have to keep it neutral in the sense whether it is giving output or non-output, that is fine, but you cannot make it error. All right, that is the reason we use exceptional handling also. Okay, so that is how you can use pass whenever you don't know what to do next, but you kept it for the future reference. So what you need to do, you just need to write pass and then you need to continue the program. So I hope you have understood these two fundamental classes. And again, let me tell you one important thing, that if you really want to learn coding, you need to master these two particular fundamentals, that is conditional statement and looping, basically control statements. All right, nothing more. You just need to master this particular two. Every particular coding question is a mixture of these two concepts, that is conditional statements and for loop. So most of the question you will see a pattern, that is first you need to apply a loop. Basically you need to check once again and again. Okay, so first you apply a loop or iteration, and then you check one condition. That is a common pattern. Okay, I'll be showing you more common patterns that you can implement. You don't need to think what you need to do next. Okay, most of the people read the question and they get confused what to do next. So you don't need to get confused, because there are some patterns that you need to know. Okay, it will come by practice, and it will come by practice. After doing thousands and thousands of questions, you will understand, okay, this is how you need to solve a question. All right, so I hope you are enjoying this series, and yeah, more videos will come. Stay tuned.